Okay. I'm in my garage right now holding my phone, so I can't clap or do my usual things. Somebody asked me where the clapping came from. I shared this story with my church a while ago. I walked outside one day of a Smith's grocery store, and the day was beautiful. I mean, just one of those days. Hopefully, you have days like this that just blew me away. So I just started clapping. I've never done that before. I don't know why. I just started clapping and saying, yes, yes. And then an older lady walked up next to me and she started clapping as well. And for some reason, ever since I've been clapping at random, they're not random. I've been clapping when something is so beautiful or so good that it's worth clapping for. So can't clap today or I'll be shaking my phone because I'm holding it with one hand. Hey, I had just a real personal conviction I wanted to share with you guys. I had somebody the other day say to me, God is in control. It's all going to work out. And I realized I have a real strange response to that. If you've known me any length of time, you probably know this about me. Something in my spirit just doesn't like that expression. So I took some time to actually ask the question, hey, what is going on the inside of me when someone says, God is in control? Or maybe they say it like this, all things are going to work together for his good. Or maybe they say, it's all part of God's plan. God knows what he's doing. So I actually took just a minute to think about that, and these are pretty quick thoughts here, but I want to share what's going on. One thing, when I read the Bible, I don't see a God that is all controlling as far as like making people do certain things, making certain things happen. I definitely do see a God, please don't miss this, who is sovereign, who has the ability to do whatever he wants. But often what he wants, what he chooses, in fact, I would say all the time, in my experience, what he chooses is love, which means that his creation, his creatures can do what they want, and that does not necessarily mean what he wants. So I just broke this down into three ways here. Well, I think one thing I hear when people say God is in control is I hear people literally saying, God does some really ugly stuff, but I'm going to toe the line because, dude, he's God. I don't think that's a really biblical perspective, but I hear it a lot, and I'm really working on my own spirit to not judge people that are in that spot. It's kind of a first level faith, and in some way you're still acknowledging that you're gonna follow. Two, so one is like God does some bad stuff, but hey, he's God. Two is kind of a step further in understanding that God displayed in Jesus in the Bible. And it's this idea that I can't understand why God would do this, but it's in his hands. I want to trust him and trust that it'll work out in the end. So still, it's a level of trust. It's stepping up and saying, not everything is awesome or good, and I'm not just bowing down because God is God. I'm actually trusting that maybe I can't see or understand what he's doing. I think I respond to that a little as well. And then third, and this is new for me, you guys, is this idea that it's actually an expression of faith. When people say, I have a responsibility, I am a co-creator, I'm somebody that God has given dignity and honor and freedom, and at the same time, man, I want to go into that life with hands open wide and just say, God, I work and you work and we work together. Synergeo is the Greek word for that. It's two parties working together. And we're going to work together for the kingdom, that good things would come out of it. And so it's humbling for me because I have just kind of rejected that statement my whole life, or at least lots of my life. And for me, it's a re-embrace of saying, there's a positive way to use that. It reminds me of that passage in Philippians where Paul is talking and he says, work out your salvation with fear and trembling. So that's me, that's Eli. Hey, work out this road that you've decided to walk down. And then Paul goes on, he says, for it is God who works. It's this synergeo, this Greek concept that what we do together. So anyway, just a couple quick thoughts today on a Tuesday in my garage because my kids are all doing school upstairs and the house just felt a little bit crazy. Let me just speak this blessing over anybody that's watching. May you understand that you're a key player. That without your contribution to the kingdom, there will be loss. May you understand that and give your all. And at the same time, may you be able to open your hands and say, you know what? In faith, God's got this. God's got this. Blessings, you guys. Hope you guys are having a great day.